Fortnite is a simple game. You drop out of a bus, get loot, fight, avoid storm, and win the game. Wait, avoid storm? Why would you want to do that? Oh, yeah. Right. This got me thinking, can I win a game while only playing in storm? And you'd say, of course you can. All you gotta do is just get the max heals and out heal it, right? Well, in theory, yes. But one mechanic has made this challenge almost impossible. So for the next 24 hours, I'm gonna be trying to win a game from Fortnite Storm. Before we get to that, we need to decide one thing. What does it mean to be in storm? Well, for one, it's purple. And two, you take storm while being in damage. You take damage while being in storm. And the longer the game goes on, the more damage we take. But how are we going to survive the later zones if we're carrying this loadout? Trick question, we won't. Okay, I know it sounds stupid, but hear me out. Pub games usually don't go up to heal off, but they do get to like 7th or 8th zone. So my plan is to get to that part consistently to pick players off and win the game. That way, we won't even have to survive to 10 tick zones. And even in my first attempts, we were getting to that point pretty easily, even with my terrible strategy.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate.
And I knew it was bad. Like, bro, I was barely surviving until top 10. The best placement I got on day 1 was 7th. Come on, bro. But at the time, I really wanted to push this challenge to its absolute limit. And that would soon be changed when I realized just how difficult this would be. And it's all because of this little icon in the middle of the screen. This icon is storm sickness. The main reason this challenge is considered impossible. Well, let me give you the rundown of this mechanic. Basically, it's a mechanic where it insta-kills you if you stay in storm for too long. No matter how much health you have, it will always insta-kill you if it's active. This ended up being a mechanic because there were too many videos and people who were staying in storm and stocking up on heals to get free wins. And when this made its way into the highest competitive level of Fortnite, due to a player named Cray, absolute go by the way, he's the reason we have a fish popping montage. Yo, it's unironically better than most Fortnite montages now, bro. It became too overpowered to ignore, so Epic created Storm Sickness to prevent this strategy. And since Storm Sickness is basically just death, we need to figure a way to get around it. So I asked myself, can I avoid it? No. Can I heal it? No. So what can I do? Absolutely nothing. So is it even possible to complete the challenge? Probably not. Is what I would say if we didn't have the greatest item ever added into Fortnite at our disposal, the Mist Cape. This absolute tank of an item makes us immune to everything. Yes, everything, including storm damage. And if we're able to combine this with the Mist Gauntlets, we're able to get the Gold Burst, which beefs up the usage from 10 to 60, which allows us to survive almost 4 minutes more in zone. This item is legit the only reason this challenge is possible. Now that we know the basic problems and solutions to this challenge, and me creating a literal spreadsheet to help me with this challenge, we could finally hop into the attempts. In the first couple of recordings were nothing special. I was honestly just filling out the challenge and making sure that I wasn't dying, even though I died a lot. My strategy at the time was just try to survive. But after around 3 days of basically ramming my head into a wall, I was starting to run into some common issues, which was I wasn't getting into 1v1s enough. See, the only problem with trying to pick people off is that if they aren't the medallion, I have no clue where they could be. For all I know, they could be sitting in a building or in a massive tower mid-zone. And this was causing my games to be really stacked by the time my Storm Sickness activated. Meaning in like the first 4 days, I didn't get to a single 1v1 or even get close to winning. This wasn't much of an issue now since I didn't know how close I could get. If I wanted to finish this challenge, I would need to figure a way around this. And as this challenge progressed, I started to learn more and more about how players play. And I slowly started to realize something. If I eliminate the players early in my game, there will be less people to make the game stacked. Therefore, less people to be hiding in houses and sitting in mid-zone, and more chances I need to get a final 1v1. But when I realized this, I started using something I haven't before, the Surf Cube. This allowed me to key absolutely everything and get as many kills as I can before I had to go back in zone. And I still wasn't even getting as many kills as I would get later, but as soon as I started doing this, I was actually starting to get some results.
Top 2. Everyone. Oh, this the DMR sucks. Of course it would. Wait, dude. Wait. No! Fuck! No, man. No, that was so close. Dude, I was so close.
Oh, that's so annoying. Final 1v1. If I had Aspire, I feel like I would have won that. So I'm like hoping like, yo, hopefully this DMR isn't terrible. Because I'm not bad with the DMR. But I just, oh, I hit for 4 damage.
Yeah, I made a note for myself to never use the DMR again. But this game gave me hope to finish this challenge. I also made sure that I would have a shotgun at all times, just in case the player came in his zone like that. But with this strategy, I was seeing good progress, and I knew it was a matter of time before I got it. And then somehow I got into the sweatiest games possible. I was somehow getting into games with kids who wanted to win so bad. I don't know if it was because I was playing at 3 a.m. most nights, but I have never seen a pub player build a mega base like this since 2018. And because of this, these games were way more stacked than before, and I was back to the same issue that stumped me for days. At this point, I knew it was possible and I was way too deep in. But I also started to realize that it would take a literal miracle for this to happen. And for the next day or two, I kept getting really close, but I never got back to that second place. But I was pretty close almost every attempt. And after 20 plus hours of attempts, I realized something.
You know, okay, this game I'm gonna try. This shit. I think a lot of kids from down here just, like, actually, no bullshit, don't do anything. I think the kids who just get medallion don't keep. So I'm thinking it might be better for me to just go ahead and just try to kill these kids around here, because I can key with the grapple. I just key with the grapple and then get that shit later.
And knowing that the kids with medallions don't really do much, I decided to take matters into my own hands. To stop the games from being stacked, I decided to key even harder than I was. And if that kept me from going in the storm earlier, then so be it. Bro, I was like 20 hours in, bro. I just really wanted to finish this shit. So in my first game with this strategy, I went a wee bit overboard. I had a couple of kills, but I immediately got a second place. And so I continued with the strategy and got closer, and the next day, after almost 5 hours of attempts, I queued up one more attempt before I went to sleep, just to see if I could get it.
Pretty weird. Pretty odd people. Nah, those motherfuckers were teaming. They were teaming. I allow that. No, I'm not gonna lie. I allow that. That's some bullshit. That's actually some bullshit. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Nice. Let's go. Finally. Yes. Yes. Let's go. This is the face of a man who's been through hell. I'm finally done. 12 days this took. I'm like LeBron right now, so you know I gotta do something like LeBron. I'm gonna turn that into LeBron edit, by the way.
We ended up finally completing it, and this took me over 27 hours of my time. But what won't take up all your time is this video where I explore dead creative maps, or even this one where I try to get a hitless Fortnite game. So make sure you check those out, and if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe so I can keep making videos like this, and have an amazing day.